opening an organic juice bar or cafe, the logistics of the organic supply chain. So it's dreaming of vibrant wheatgrass shots, cold-pressed kale elixirs, and a space that smells like citrus and sunshine. Opening an organic juice bar or cafe is a beautiful ambition. It's a commitment to health, community, and the planet. But behind that aesthetic, clean eating vibe lies a complex, high-stakes puzzle, the organic supply chain. Unlike a standard cafe where you might order bags of beans and shelf-stable syrups, an organic juice bar lives and breathes by the freshness of highly perishable produce. If your logistics aren't locked down, you're not just losing money, you're losing the very quality that defines your brand. This guide dives deep into the nuts and bolts of organic logistics from farm gate to finished glass, ensuring your business stays as fresh as your ingredients. 1. The organic definition, beyond the buzzword. Before you order your first pallet of carrots, we need to talk about what organic actually means for your supply chain logistics. In the eyes of the law and the USDA or EU organic bodies, organic isn't just a growing method. It's a chain of custody, the rule of segregation. One of the biggest logistical hurdles in an organic cafe is preventing commingling. So, if you use any non-organic ingredients, perhaps a specific honey or a rare spice that isn't available organic, they cannot touch your organic produce. Storage. You must have dedicated bins, shelves, or even separate walk-in coolers to ensure organic produce never comes into contact with conventional items. Handling every knife, cutting board, and juicer must be sanitized between uses if you are toggling between organic and conventional products. Logistically, it's much easier and safer for your certification to go 100% organic. Certification paperwork. To market yourself as a certified organic juice bar, you don't just buy organic food, you have to prove it. Your logistics must include a robust filing system for transaction certificates, TCs, and organic certificates from every single supplier. If an inspector walks in, you need to show the digital or physical trail from the bottle of juice back to the specific farm and harvest date. 2. Sourcing the heart of your logistics. Your supply chain starts with who you buy from. For a juice bar, your volume of produce is staggering. To make 116 O's green juice, you might need 2 pounds of produce. Scaling that to 100 customers a day means you are moving hundreds of pounds of highly perishable goods every week. Direct from farm versus wholesale distributors. The local farm route. This is great for your brand story. Sourcing locally reduces food miles and ensures peak nutrient density. The juice tastes better. However, it's logistically taxing. You might have to coordinate with 5 different farmers to get everything you need, and their harvest schedules are at the mercy of the weather. The organic wholesaler, companies like United Natural Foods, UNFI, or regional organic specialists offer a one-stop shop. Logistically, this is easier because you get one delivery, one invoice, and consistent availability. The downside, higher prices and a larger carbon footprint. Pro tip, most successful juice bars use a hybrid model. They source their high-volume staples, carrots, apples, lemons, from a wholesaler for price stability and get their hero ingredients, seasonal berries, heirloom kale, ginger, from local farms. 3. Cold chain management, the non-negotiable. In the world of organic juice, heat is the enemy. Organic produce is often more sensitive to temperature fluctuations because it lacks the synthetic waxes and preservatives used in conventional farming. Temperature monitoring. The cold chain refers to the uninterrupted series of refrigerated production, storage, and distribution activities. If a crate of organic spinach sits on a loading dock in the sun for 45 minutes, its shelf life drops by days, and its vitamin C content begins to degrade. Logistics requirement: use data loggers. These are small, inexpensive sensors you can place in your delivery crates. They track the temperature during transit and alert you if the cold chain was broken. If a shipment arrives and the logger shows it spiked to 60 degrees, 15 degrees C, during the drive, you have the right to refuse the delivery. Receiving protocols. Your staff needs a strict 15-minute rule. When the delivery truck arrives, the clock starts. Produce must be inspected, weighed, and moved into the walk-in cooler within 15 minutes. Leaving organic produce in the danger zone in the ambient temperature of your kitchen leads to rapid spoilage and shrink, the industry term for wasted inventory. 4. Inventory logistics. FEFO is your new best friend. In a standard bar, you use FIFO, first in, first out. In a juice bar, you use FEFO, first expired, first out. Managing shrink. Organic produce has a biological clock that ticks faster. Because you aren't using high-pressure processing, HPP, or pasteurization if you're doing truly raw juice, your raw materials and your finished product have incredibly short windows of peak quality. Daily audits, unlike a restaurant that might do weekly inventory, a juice bar needs a daily morning cull. Staff should check every bin of produce for signs of wilting or bruising, secondary use. Logistically, you should have a plan for produce that is safe but no longer display-worthy. That slightly wilted kale, it's perfect for a blended smoothie where the texture doesn't matter as much as the flavor, forecasting with precision. Over-ordering organic produce is a fast track to bankruptcy. Under-ordering leads to sold-out signs that frustrate customers. Tech integration. Use a point-of-sale POS system that tracks. Ingredient-level inventory. If you sell a mean green juice, the system should automatically deduct 4 apples, 1 lemon, and 2 bunches of kale from your digital inventory. This allows you to see real-time par levels and order exactly what you need for the next 48 hours. 5. The logistics of waste and sustainability. An organic juice bar generates a massive amount of pulp, the dry pulp left over after juicing. Logistically, you have to decide, is this waste or is it a resource? The pulp problem. If you juice 200 lb of carrots, you're left with roughly 80 lb of pulp. Putting that in a standard dumpster is a waste of money, trash pickup fees, and a violation of the organic ethos. The circular loop. Coordinate with your local farmers. Many pig or chicken farmers would love your organic veggie scraps for feed. Alternatively, partner with a local composting company. Upcycling. Some innovative cafes use organic pulp to make pulp crackers or add it to muffins. This adds a logistical layer of food safety and processing, but it turns a cost waste into a revenue stream product. Packaging logistics. Your supply chain doesn't end when the juice is poured. Organic customers expect eco-friendly packaging. Glass versus compostable plastic. PLA. Glass is infinitely recyclable and looks premium, but it's heavy, higher shipping costs, and requires a bottle return logistical system to be truly sustainable. PLA is lighter, but requires industrial composting facilities to actually break down. You need to choose the one that fits your local waste infrastructure. 6, regulatory logistics and food safety. Raw juice is a high-risk food category. Because you aren't heating the product to kill bacteria, your logistical cleaning protocols must be airtight. HACCP plans. In many jurisdictions, juice bars are required to have a hazard analysis and critical control point HACCP plan. This is a logistical roadmap for food safety. It involves sourcing, only buying from approved certified suppliers, cleaning, using organic approved parasitic acid or citrus-based washes to clean produce, testing, periodically sending samples of your juice to a lab to ensure no E. coli or salmonella is present. Traceability. If a customer gets sick, you need to be able to track back immediately. Your logistics should allow you to look at a bottle sold at 2 p.m. on Tuesday and identify exactly which farm the spinach came from and which staff member operated the juicer. This level of detail protects your business and your customers. 7, strategic scaling, growth logistics. As your organic juice bar becomes the neighborhood hotspot, your supply chain will feel the strain. Growth requires a shift from scrappy to systematized, hub and spoke model. If you open a second or third location, don't try to manage 3 separate supply chains. Logistically, it's more efficient to have a central kitchen, the hub. All organic produce is delivered to the hub. The hub handles the washing, prepping, and potentially the juicing. The finished juice are prepped juice kits, then distributed to the satellite cafes, the spokes. This ensures that a turmeric tonic at location A tastes exactly like the one at location B, and it gives you more leverage when negotiating prices with organic farmers because you're buying in much higher volumes. Conclusion: turning logistics into a competitive advantage. Most people enter the juice business because they love health and wellness. They stay in the juice business because they master the logistics. By building a supply chain that prioritizes cold chain integrity, FEFO inventory management, and radical traceability, you aren't just running a store. You are building a resilient system that delivers on the promise of organic quality every single time a customer takes a sip. Yes, it's more work than a standard cafe. Yes, the margins require more discipline. But when you see a customer's face light up after that first sip of a perfectly balanced, ultra-fresh organic juice, you'll know that every spreadsheet, temperature log, and farmer's phone call was worth it.